What's good, sports family? We have a breaking news in the NBA once again. This one is between the Chicago Bulls, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Detroit Pistons. And let's get into it. So, a three-team trade. So, Chicago Bulls received Jaden Ivey from Detroit and Mike Conley Jr. from Minnesota. As for the Pistons, they received Kevin Huerter from the Bulls, Dario Šarić from the Bulls as well. As you guys know, Dario was in the trade with the Kings and the Bulls and the Cavs trade. So now he's getting traded once again. And then they get a 2026 protected first round pick swap from Minnesota. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves receive salary cap relief and roster flexibility, which is, I think, is $10 million off the books. No player coming back at all. It's just money getting off the books. Now, why did each team make the trade? So the Bulls, like I said, they received Jaden Ivey, a young, high athletic guard with scoring upside. Mike Conley Jr., a veteran point guard who can bring leadership and stability. Chicago is trying to improve its backcourt play and mixed youth, plus potential with veteran experience as they fight to make the playoffs. Ivey gives them a future upside, and Conley gives them a steady playmaking now. Now, as for Detroit, they get Kevin Huerter, a three-point shooter to improve spacing and outside scoring. Dario to front court depth and experience, and protected 2026 first round pick swap, a future draft asset. The reason why they did this is that the Pistons at the top of the Eastern Conference standing wanted to bolster spacing and shooting around star players as they push deeper in the playoff picture. The pick swap as future value. And last but not least, Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm doing a lot of talking. Minnesota Timberwolves agreed to send Mike Conley to the Bulls, then send a protected first round pick swap to the Pistons, and receive no player back. So the Bulls were just not looking for anything out of it. They were just looking to, focus on salary cap and luxury tax saving. Moving Conley in contract lowers their luxury tax bill and gives them more roster flexibility. This frees up cap space and opens the door for bigger trades before the NBA trade deadline, like pursuing a star player from another team like Giannis. Now, I'm going to give you the stats of each player. So first up, the Bulls, Jaden Ivey, getting 8.4 points per game, 2.1 rebounds per game, assists 1.6, field goal percentage 46.3. His role lacked of full season minutes, reflect limited action due to injuries and recovery and minute restriction. Mike Conley Jr. to Chicago as well. 4.6 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists per game, and 32.9% from the field. Conley numbers are down this season compared to his career norm, partly due to reduced role and shooting struggles. Now, Kevin Huerter to the Pistons, 10.9 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, 2.6 assists per game, and 45.5% from the field. And Huerter, known as a three-point shooter through his three-point shooting this season, 31.4%, is below his career average. Now, Dario, you guys already know, barely plays, but his stats 1.0 points, 1.2 rebounds, 0.4 assists, and 16.7 field goal percentage. So he barely plays. And then, as you know, the Wolves get salary cap relief. So pretty much Detroit's just trying to keep on, trying to mix up the roster a little bit to try and get more spacing and more three-pointing. As you know, Jaden Ivey hasn't been playing a lot for them, so they're like, let's just get rid of Jaden Ivey. And they get Dario, I think just cap purposes, I guess, some way or another, just to balance it out. I'm not sure they're going to let him go or keep him for Detroit. And then they get a first-round pick because, the whole trade, honestly, it doesn't really matter. First-round pick swap. Now, as for the Bulls, as you already know, they wanted to pretty much help their roster out by improving the shooting, by improving the backcourt talent, playmaking, and then they wanted to add a veteran leadership in Mike Conley for the bench role. Maybe he'll start, but it all depends on what they want to do. But it looks like Jaden Ivey might even get a bigger role. Who really knows how that's going to pan out? And then the Wolves just trying to, salary relief, honestly. So, how would we say about this? So, I like the fact that Detroit getting Ivey in this one. Detroit's getting Kevin Huerter. need some 3-point shooting as well. You have Duncan Robinson, but I think you add Huerter, it helps. I think Huerter might be more of a bench player, more likely. Dario, just someone, I think he's really not going to really be on the team that long. And then the swap really doesn't matter. I think if Jaden Ivey was able to play a little bit more, I think they would have gotten something more out of him. He's still young. I think him going to Chicago is really good, change of scenery. I think he'll get more playing time for sure. Depends on how the Bulls want to view, Vucevic and Kobe White. They want to, knock it all down. Who really knows? Conley, maybe he'll start, but I have no idea. My bad. I have no idea. I feel like he might start. I feel like he might just be a bench player, a veteran presence. I highly doubt it. It's Wolves, they're just part of it. It doesn't really matter to talk about them. Now, who won this trade? I guess the Bulls in a way, because the Pistons, you just get a swap. And then you get Dario, which really no point. He may not even play. Kevin Huerter will do something, but I feel like it's not as big of an impact as, say, Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley. Mike Conley's a veteran. He may actually help more likely. And then Jaden Ivey is still young and he has more playing time. So if you see him when he did have playing time in the past, he was good. So I think the Bulls won this one. Yeah, that's what I think. Some of you might think differently. You guys might think the Pistons won this one because of Kevin Huerter. But I don't think Kevin Huerter really moves the needle as much as Jaden Ivey does for the Bulls. And the Bulls don't even count as winners. They just join. Hey, I'm in the back. But, yeah, guys, let me know in the comments who won the trade, who lost the trade, who you think, should have been traded besides these guys, or maybe if you think some of these guys should have been traded somewhere else, let me know. I mean, there's really nothing else I can really talk about because it's just a small trade. There's really nothing to really get into it. We haven't seen a whole lot from Jaden Ivey that much. And then Kevin Huerter had a small role, didn't really do a whole lot. He did something here and there where someone was injured, like Kobe White, but we just wait and see. And I'll see you guys in the next video.